Recording in progress.
235 रुपए का है, बट इसका दिसंबर में डिविडेंड निकलने वाला है और कंपनी ने एक शेयर पे 10 डिविडेंड शेयर देने की पहले से ही डिक्लेयर कर दिया।
A very good morning to everyone present here. I'm Janvi Singh, the chairperson of ECM TCT. Yesterday was a very fruitful session on design thinking. Design thinking is the essential ability to combine empathy, creativity, and rationality to meet users' needs and give one business success. So, on that note, I would like to invite Mr. Nishant Khalde, our eminent speaker, to resume yesterday's workshop. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good morning. Good morning everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. How's everyone doing? So just one request to everyone. Is it possible for you guys to switch on the camera? Rather, I would request everyone to, switch on the camera. At least for some time. Thanks to the chairperson for switching on the camera. What about the rest? Can someone help me with that by switching on the cameras?
Can everybody please turn on their cameras, please?
Okay, I believe no one is in the situation on the camera. I understand the background or something, but anyways, let's begin with it today for the today's session. So I think Janvi and Atul, we have created the rooms, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you know who all are there in the group?
Yes, sir.
All right. So just create the groups by group 1, group 2, and so on up to group 7. And whenever done, just ask whenever I tell you, just ask participants to join the respective group.
Yes, sir.
All right. So can we begin? There's someone joining, I guess.
Nishant, sir.
I guess people have started joining the rooms. Please do not join the rooms till now. I don't know, even I could switch to one of the room.
Nishant, sir.
Yeah.
Could you please give some background of yesterday's session, because there are many new participants who have joined today.
Okay, no problem, no problem. If you want, I can just run you through the things that we have done. I'll share my PPT and I'll just take you through all the things that we have done yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me just share my screen. Yeah, is it visible? Hi, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
All right. Uh, Right. So moving ahead, yesterday I asked you a question, to everyone in the classroom, that what exactly it means. I mean, what exactly creativity means to you, or what exactly it is to which many of you answered a very, quite brilliant answers, and was quite impressive. So for me, what creativity is, in brief, is like, doing something in a very different way or in a non-conventional way. Doesn't matter if it works or it doesn't work, but giving it a thought and doing something in a creative way is what creativity for me is. All right, and post that, we discussed about this image, where I told you to think about what do you see in this image, what all things do you observe in it, just think loud, and just give out whatever you can, whatever you think about this, right? And that's where you again had given brilliant answers. I mean, there were a few observations who said there's only one brown guy. There's only, I mean, students have written nothing in the book. There's a factory outside. There are trees and so on and so forth. And there were a lot of observations. And I really appreciate, they are thinking, or looking at a picture from a bigger perspective. Moving next, I think it's. Yeah, we discussed the case on Google Glasses, that how it came into the market, it created the hype. People started responding positively before the launch, and once it was launched, it was not that successful. And then we discussed the cons of this, like why it was not successful. We saw it was very expensive. I mean, $130,000 for an accessory, which is not even an independent product, but an accessory, right? It's easily replaceable, right? It's very, I mean, it can be easily replaced by smartwatch, because smartwatch is again an accessory to your phone, and that basically not exactly same, but it does the same functions what a Google Glass can do to you. Right. Next is uncomfortable to wear. I mean, the design that it had quite unsymmetric, and not that sturdy to at least use in a day-to-day life for people who at least travel regularly to their work, and so on and so forth. Next, we compared this Amazon Fire TV stick, where we saw comparatively it's very cheaper, around 2000 then can convert a normal LCD or LED TV into a smart TV, which is like a much needed thing. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, yeah, yes. Post that we saw yeah, it's easy to use. Anyone can use it anytime, right? I mean, you have to just plug in and it starts working the way it is expected to. And larger market to capture. Yeah, it definitely helps to serve users like as yesterday. There are 70% of population in India out of 130 crores have got televisions, right? Out of that 70%, at least if we say 50 to 60% of the market has got a non-smart TV, right? Or LCD or LED TV. And basically it targets these 60% of the population who are using a non-smart TV, help them convert this into a smart TV. So definitely the size of the market is more. And so basically, again, comparing it further, what exactly went right with Fire Stick as compared to Google Glasses is what we saw. Like, it's all the problem that user was actually facing. Like, for example, think of buying a smart TV of 80,000, and buying a non-smart TV of 55,000 and getting the same features uh, as a smart TV by just adding 2,000 rupees to that 55,000. So definitely it was a bigger problem that most of our Indians were facing, not only Indians, but people all around the world. And that's what the Fire Stick was helping with. It chose a problem that can be solved for millions. As I said previously, statistics that showed almost 60% of the population, they were 60% of 130 crores. So you can imagine the market size or the people for whom it was solving the problem, right? So they came and the solution was definitely very easy to use as compared to Google Glasses. I mean, you have comparing the Fire Stick. The Fire Stick was just supposed to be plugged in, and accordingly, it just is, it started working the way it is. Google Glass is comparatively difficult to work with because you have to wear it, you have to walk, and think of it. You're walking on a road. You are your attention is with on the Google Glasses, and suddenly you come across a road. I mean, that's really not acceptable, right? So that's where that's where the Google Glasses went down. So the main important thing over here is that a Fire Stick did the right things what the user was actually expecting to do, and which Google Glass did not do. So how did Fire Stick come to know, or how did Amazon come to know what exactly they are looking for, or what exactly the Amazon's users are looking for, and how can they go about solving the problem, right? There are some things that so it's very important basically to do what a user wants, and how you come to know about that is there's a process. Definitely people give some answers, like you have to do surveys, you have to understand the data, and so on and so forth. But even if it's not about just capturing the data, it's all about analyzing it, creating a right problem statement out of it, and giving a right solutions to it. And that's where the entire process is structured by what we learned today was design thinking, right? And this entire process of talking to users to creating or coming out with a solution and testing the solution with a user has been divided into 5 basic steps in design thinking, which starts with empathy, right? Empathy is where you actually talk to users, you understand their problem, you observe them working in a field, and then you note down. I mean, you start understanding them that okay, this is the problem they're facing. You talk to them why a certain problem is a problem for a user. You try to get a story behind them. As yesterday when you were taking the user interviews, that's what you did. Next comes the define. Define stage is basically basis on whatever user data you have collected, you organize that, and From that, after analyzing that data, drawing out patterns, drawing out personas from them, you understand ki what exactly the problem. See, there can be multiple problems the user is facing, right? But which problem to go ahead with, or which problem, one who can solve problem for, who can solve for millions of users, in case, as in case of Amazon Fire Stick, right? It helped choose a problem that can help multiple users to solve it, right? And that's where you define a problem statement key. Yes, this is the problem statement that we are going to solve. So by that stage, by this second step, you are crystal clear ki exactly what you are going to solve for the users. Next, some ideation, which we will be doing today. So in ideation, you basically think collectively, or even for that, for some individually, that if this is a problem statement, would be the possible solutions for it. What all can be done. You just start randomly, or broadly thinking of solutions, that what can be the solution. Just think while, and you note down all the possible solutions for them. Okay. Once you do that, and basis on a few criteria, once you finalize, this is the solution, right? This is the one solution that can help, and this is what we are going ahead with. And that's where you go ahead to prototype that solution. Now, prototyping is nothing but that's where you make your solution tangible, right? Or this is where this step is where it will help your user to first time experience your solution for the problem they are facing, right? And prototyping can be anything. You can make anything, something that, or basically solution, it can be converted into a tangible piece, or anything which a customer can experience ki, okay, this is how it's going to be. It might not look the exact, it should function in the exact way, right? That's where the prototyping comes in. Next is test. Test is basically when you create this prototype, you take to your users, and you ask them to use it, okay, and see to it if that prototype you have created for the solution you have thought of, is it serving the purpose, or is it solving the problem of the user as decided, right? Once you do this, you again start observing the user. Okay, this is how it is doing, or this is how the user is using it. Is it solving the problem or not? You again start noting down the things, and that's where you go back to ideation stage. Okay, you collect the data again, you analyze it again, and then you again ideate over the solution, and how can it be improved, or if it's not solving the problem, what all changes do we need to make, where do we go, and so on and so forth. So this cycle keeps on repeating unless you keep your or unless you refine your product, right? So these are the 5 steps of design thinking we saw. Post that, we now, yeah, most importantly, when do you use design thinking? Now, as I mentioned yesterday, the very first step of design thinking was doing empathy, right? Where you do user research and you talk to them and go on field. It itself, that process requires lots of resources, time, money, energy, lot of things to invest, right? And this kind of resources is definitely not easy and not a cheaper option. So it's not something that you use day in and day out. Okay. Design thinking cannot be used day in and day out, definitely because of the cost and the time it consumes. So if you talk to users, and if I share my personal experience with you, talking to one user, or interviewing him, observing him, can take at least 1 or 1.5 hours easily. So and talking statistically, if you want to actually observe something, you have to observe at least 30 users, and collect data of 30 users. And imagine doing this, like 30 users, one user might take at least 1 hour, so 30 hours of just user research. Okay, so it's a quite expensive thing to go, and then you go ahead with the rest of the things. So if even if you just want to complete one a very small project, it can easily take up to a month or at least 2 weeks to complete it. So it's not something that you can use day in and day out. So when do we use it? The very first thing is when designing new products and services that are user centric. So for example, if you see Amazon Fire TV Stick, it did not exist before the Amazon Stick was actually released, or basically bought into the market. So that's something new, right? And it actually solved a very significant problem of our users. So that's where the design thinking was used. Next was to understand the root level problem of the users, and most importantly, how emotionally they have been connected. how emotionally a user is connected to something and how can that be solved. It can be for the existing, or it can be for the a new product. For example, like a year ago or basically 2 years ago, I was working with Rigved Landmarks, which was a construction company, and they wanted to understand that what are the user behaviors, or what all people prefer when they try to buy new house. So that's where we wanted to understand the emotional behavior of a user to buy a house, and that's where we started using this process, right? And so basically this is where it can be used. So we formed a team, and post that we started with empathy, right? This is where we created the questionnaires, right? We learned about what user journey is. We understood the importance of asking why to a user till we reach the root of the problem, right? There were certain things about the questionnaire we came to know, like never ask, if you are asking a question to a user, you never ask them ki, what is your problem, or what solution do you think. That's a very wrong way of asking a question, right? If you really want to ask a question, try to learn about them. Ask them a question that will allow them to speak a story about something. Like if in the right hand side, there are certain questions I've mentioned. So if you see question number 3, it says ki, what was your best performing day at work? Okay, so if you do something good or something good happens to you, or you always remember that, right? And if you ask such kind of questions, the user or the people or the person to whom you are interviewing, he will start giving you the story key. Okay, this is what happened that day, this is how I did it. And then your responsibility is then to ask the user that why did you do this, why didn't you do this, and is it something that happens regularly. What things were differently available that day which are not usually available. And counter to that, you can have a next question that how or what is your worst day at work, or why was it worse, what all things happened that day, and so on and so forth. And that's where you get a story. Okay, this is what has happened. And so this is the way you have defined the questionnaire yesterday. You spoke to a lot of people yesterday, and I really appreciate it. I gave a minimum 10, and there were teams who have done interviews for 15 and 12 and 13 users. I really appreciate that. Next, we created the user journey, okay, basis on the insights that collected, right? Our user journey basically is nothing but understanding the entire cycle of a user to where he deals with the activity, or he deals with the problem statement we are trying to solve. We discussed you know online shopping journey, online shopping user journey, where what is the motivation, how the user searches the website, and so on and so forth. And then what are the emotions a user has in every phase, like, right? And basis on this, we decide okay, these are the pain points the user has, and we decide to go ahead with them. As you can see over here, the user is not happy with one of the step where he actually clicks on the first ad as a result. So like if you're shopping something and the ad pops up, and the whatever ad window it opens, right? But that is not expected, and that's where the experience goes down. Then there are other where opens a product page to check a product details. So if you see that whenever you open Amazon, I mean, long back when Amazon was launched, there were no such feature which allowed you to, or no suggestions that you used to that you get today. So there was a lot of time wasted by the user to scroll through the products and choose the right one. So though that was one of the pain point and so on. So that's where the user journey was. And then we discussed the case study of Disneyland, that how they created a user journey. And how did they discover key, okay, the user doesn't start when the user enters into the Disneyland, but however it starts right from the time they start from their home, or they book tickets online. Maybe that time it was not so when they book tickets online, and that's where Disney collaborated with an airline, and they created a experience, or I mean a user experience before even reaching the park, right? And that was a case study we went through. So yeah, you spoke to users and all, and we then came to the second step, define, where where we discuss the case applications in India of how they created, how do they analyzed the insights from users in lockdown, and how did they pick up a right problem statement to solve. Understanding the user, and they came up with a solution like this, which helped them to create revenue even in the partial lockdown phase. Yeah, so post, I believe, your user research, you all created the user journey maps, you collated your insights, and in the evening, we defined, each and every team had a problem statement which they have defined, right? So this is what we have done so far. I would like to know from every one of you that, if you guys have any kind of questions before we go ahead to the next step. Any questions? You guys are free to, speak. It's absolutely fine. Any question you can ask me. Can we move ahead? Hi guys, can anyone respond? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so let's proceed. So here comes the next step where we will do the ideation. Now, ideation, as the name suggests, it's nothing but whatever insights that you have collected yesterday. Uh, you have a problem statement that you have defined yesterday, right? Now, basis on that problem statement, what you have to do is you have to brainstorm on the ideas. Okay, this is the problem. What can be the possible solutions for the same? Okay, how can you, what are ideas you can think of um, while thinking of a solution for this? And the most important thing in this phase is that whatever idea you have, think of the possible, whether that idea is feasible or not, that will be defined later, or that will be taken care of later. But at a very phase when you're thinking of the idea, think whether it's possible or not. Okay, just give it a thought, and whatever comes in your mind, just write it down. Don't let it go कि ये तो हो नहीं सकता, और ये ऐसा कुछ कभी कर नहीं सकते and all. Don't even think of that. Just whatever comes into your mind, just put it on the paper and just put the idea in front of you. Okay, later it can be reviewed whether the idea is possible, or whether the idea is feasible or not. And this very concept is called as the convergent and divergent thinking. Divergent and convergent thinking. Divergent is when your mind gets open, and that's why it's called divergent. You just think wild, you think loud, and you think of as many ideas as possible. Once you note down all this idea, you start converging towards the main idea. Okay, you take the idea, then you start thinking of the feasibility of the idea, whether it's feasible or not, and then you eliminate it, and that's where you converge to one idea. And that's what we call as divergent and convergent thinking, right? So what next we would like to do is, as per the groups that we created yesterday, I would like everyone to get into the groups. Okay, but before you get into your groups, I would like to have a case study with everyone. So here I would like everyone's participation, and I want answers from you. Now there are two images over here. Okay, one is Formula One racing. Okay, I believe most of you should be knowing about it. And the second is an emergency room of a hospital. Right now, I want you to analyze both the images, both the situations. Okay, both are active images, both the situations, and tell me what are the similarities that you find in this. Okay, I'll just open the chat box. You are free to put the answers in the chat as well. Okay, just give me what are the similarities you find in both the images. I hope both the images are clear to you, visible to you.
Yes.
All right, teamwork, coordination, cool. Okay, let me just clarify. About what similar problems do you find in both the both the pictures? Both are on wheels. Okay, good one, ma'am. Anyone in that situation, they have less time to perform to better. Extremely right. Harsh Shukla, you are to the point. In that situation, they have less time to perform to better. Correct, correct. Emergency. Vedant Jaha. Correct, correct. Emergency. More. I want more answers. Harsha and Vedant are like too close. I mean, they're actually we're right. Quick, yeah. Anything else? Risk, yes. Breaking of problem in a small part. Breaking of problem in small. Yes, man. Right. Absolutely right. Habib. Treating something ASAP. Right. It's a matter of winning and losing. Extremely right. Any more answers? Divide and conquer. Okay. In the first picture, the cars are like a patient, and in the second picture, the patient is like a car that needs fixing. Wow, wow. Shivani, are to the point. To the point. One mistake and life or death situation. Correct. Multiple users are working on the same object but different parts by coordinating with each other. Correct. Correct. Wow. Any more observations? Come on, guys. Think loud. Think loud. Dhruvan, Rahul, Shivani, all of you, Sakshi, and Adhish, all of you, like to the point you guys are. Any more observations? All right. So let me, okay, there's something else, I guess. No. Okay. So I'll tell you what. This is a case study I've taken from this book. If you can read it at the bottom of my screen, Change by Design by Tim Brown. So about Tim Brown. Tim Brown is he's the founder of IDEO. You can Google that company. I'll just put the name of the company in the chat. You should know. Okay, so Tim Brown. Okay, I think I messaged someone directly. Yeah. Okay. So IDEO, this is one of the company which is considered to be a pioneer in design thinking, and Tim Brown being a founder of this company. So and if you read his book Change by Design, he has mentioned about all the multiple in multiple sectors that IDEO has done and solved the problem in multiple sectors using design thinking. And this is one of the case study that they have done. So there was a hospital. Hospital somewhere in America or somewhere outside India. It was definitely outside India, in European or American country, and they came out with this problem statement that when in the emergency room or whenever there is an emergency, there is a lot of hustle, and we need to kind of streamline, right? And how do we do this? So this was the problem statement they had. Now to solve this, definitely they have done all the research. They have they have a clear problem statement, and this was a time of ideation. So now what they did, they started finding what all sectors or what all fields have similar problem and how did they solve it. Okay, and that's where they called it. They took the analogy from the Formula One team. As someone said rightly, both the like in this picture, the car is like a patient, and here the patient is like a car, right? Similar thing. So here, even it's an emergency situation, because if you have ever seen a Formula One race, or even if you know about it, the changing of 4 tires or repairing any of the damage of the car has been taken care within 2 seconds, right? And 2 seconds is a significantly low time to do any such thing. I mean, imagine changing a tire in 2 seconds, right? It's not that easy. But Formula One team has any of the Formula One team does that. Now, how do they do it? Okay, so if you see, the situation is similar. Even in this case, in the hospital case, a patient has a very less amount of time with him. If you delay with if you make any delay to save that patient's life, he will definitely lose his life, right? And that's where they took the analogy. Okay, so how do we do it? So what does a Formula One car does, differently, that that can help someone reduce the time in doing something. So if you see, we have given a count over here, right? So how many? So if you see that 20 people, okay, working on one car for that 2 seconds to make all the changes. If you say there are three people deployed to just change one tire, so three over here, three over here. So similarly, three people for each tire. Okay, there are 2-3 people who are helping the driver with the signage. Okay, and so on and so forth. So if you see, if you want to solve a similar problem in hospital, what they suggested was, okay, you have a patient in front of you, right? So, and a patient might have multiple injuries or multiple damages, and a hospital will always have doctors with a specialty, right? Someone might be a specialist in the heart, specialist in brain, specialist in other parts of the body, right? So why don't you do this? As soon as you get a patient, deploy a doctor's team around, and you can put the doctors similarly, around the patient similarly, how a Formula One car has a mechanics around it, and that's where it worked. You can read this case study; it's really amazing from this book. So the point here is that whenever you think of your problem statement, think of where a similar problem would have occurred before. Okay, are there other fields where this problem has occurred? How are those fields, or how are those problems being solved in those fields? What solutions have they deployed? Can those solutions be deployed in our problem as well? Okay, so that's how you ideate using analogy. Okay, now there are multiple ways to do it, not only analogy. If you see my previous slide, just a second. Yeah, so there are analogies. Yesterday there was a team. I don't remember the team number who had. I think even I was one of the users through whom they interviewed. This was relating to the personal finance. Now they had when they collated their insights was like, this is the problem, these are the problems the user are facing, these are certain users who are already implementing that, solving that problem using so and so solutions. Okay, and these are the other problems that user are facing, that why they are not able to do this. So if you see that board, you will come to know, okay, this is one kind of person who is facing this problem, and this is another person now who is solving this problem. So you can implement this solution to this first problem, but then you have to make the changes. Okay, if we implement this solution over here, what all changes do we have to make in it? Okay, and so on. You can go ahead with ideation. Got it? So any questions so far? You can put your questions in chat. I totally understand this. Any questions in ideation? Cool, cool, cool. So next, what we have to do is, it's 10:48, right? So for next 40 minutes, I'll be giving you time to ideate. Okay, so by 11:30, you should be done with your ideation, and you can split into your group respectively.
So could you please repeat the exercise?
Yeah, so what you have to do is, yesterday you have defined your problem statement, right? All groups have defined the problem statement. Now your job over here is to ideate for that solution. Okay, ideate a solution for that problem. Okay, so just split into your respective rooms as per the group, and you start ideating over the problem statement that you have created. And secondly, you have got the images of the sticky notes where you collated all your insights. Keep those sticky notes in front of you, go through them, uh, think, how are there any users who already gave you a solution over the problem, which you can which you can implement, or you can implement in a better way to do that. You're open to do that, everything. So just start ideating. You have 40 minutes to do this, and yeah, you can split into your groups. This is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Group 1 is present. Please raise your hands. Group 1. Yesterday is group 1. Okay, Sejul. Okay, 2 people are there. Group 2. Group 2. Okay. Group 2 is also present. Group 3. Yes, very good. Group 4 is present. Group 4. All right, very good. Group 5. Group 5, how many members are there? Okay, nice. Group 6. Okay, please tell your other group members to join also. Group 7, 8, 9.
There
I
were
think
only
group
7
7,
groups
right?
yesterday.
Yeah, group 7 were there yesterday.
Ma'am, I would recommend ki whoever has joined new today, they can split into this existing groups.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So those participants who were absent yesterday, who have not attended the session yesterday, can join these groups. So are the breakout room ready?
I can see there are 8 rooms.
Yes, ma'am, the breakout rooms are ready.
Okay, so you can join group wise.
Guys, Vedant or Astha and Shifa, I believe you guys were there yesterday. So what you can do is put that problem statement on a screen. Okay. So any one of you can share your screen and start brainstorming over it. Now, how do you do it? I would recommend each one of you individually think over an idea how it can be. Okay. You have time till, let's say, 12 o'clock.
11.
No, 11,
Okay.
sorry, 11:15, right? Let's say up to 12 o'clock. Till 12 o'clock, up to 11:30 or 11:40, think over your problem statement with individual ideas. After 11:40, put them together and start thinking over each other's ideas. Got it?
Sure, sir.
Any doubt?
No,
Right?
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So start thinking over it and let me know if you need anything.
Okay.
Good morning.
Recording in progress.
Can you guys hear me?
Who is sharing the screen?
Karan Panda ITV.
हाँ मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ.
Okay. Good. You guys are using Miro, right?
What?
You guys
So
are
we are using whiteboard to list out all the solution we come up with.
Okay. So guys, what I can recommend you, I mean, just take it as a suggestion from mine. What you can do is, how many people are there in the group right now?
9.
7, I see six or seven participants, right? 4 or 5 participants. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you can do right now is, take the problem statement, just put it over screen. Okay, just put the problem statement on the screen. Individually think over it. Okay, don't think of the ideas in group right now. So you have time up to 12 o'clock. Okay, so up to 11:40, note down your individual ideas on the problem statement. After 11:40, share their ideas on the whiteboard individually. Okay, for example, Rahul has so and so ideas, or Shatrughan has so and so ideas. Then start brainstorming over each other's idea. Okay, Rahul has given so and so idea. What can it do? How is it different from what idea I have given, and so on. Till 12 o'clock, brainstorm over all your ideas, or put all your ideas together, brainstorm which idea is better one and which one we can go ahead with. Got my point? Guys,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
you got it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So everything is good to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, start.
करण, ये तू कर रहा है क्या?
You guys hear me?
Recording in progress.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hi.
Yes, yes.
Can you just switch on your camera for some time, please? Thank you, Nandini. Thank you, Harsh. Thank you, Amrish. Oh God, thank you. I think this is the most responsive group I've ever seen. Huh? All others are like, जाओ तो एक दो जन camera on करते हैं. Anyways, thank you very much. All right. So you guys are very much clear with your problem statement, right? You know what your problem
Yes,
statement
sir.
is. Very clear. right? And I believe it was your group who have segregated the ideas as per, okay, this is the problem users are facing, this is the solution they are facing, and other stuff. What specifically to your group I can recommend is, individually, each of one of you, okay, each one of you individually think over the problem statement and take out the ideas. Okay, don't discuss among with yourself. Give your own thought. Okay,
Okay,
do
okay.
not discuss the ideas with each other. Just a second.
Yeah, we did the same way actually. We thought for it for a while
Sir, we have given some time for
and we discussed.
thinking and then
Just to organize it in a better way now, what I can tell you is that up to it's 11:18, right? Up to 11:40. Just a second. Up to 11:40, just individually think over the problem statement. Just think of all the ideas possible. After 11:40, put all your ideas together. Okay, just put it in front of everyone. Think over each other's idea. Like for example, Nandini has an idea. So you all guys think over it. I mean, don't think. Don't take one idea at a time and then think over it. Collectively just go through all ideas and give a voting. You can have a voting system again even this is the idea, okay, this out of 5 you can give votes individually, okay, and think then which idea is better, and then collectively brainstorm over that idea, that can we actually go ahead with this. Understood? So you
okay,
have
sir.
time till 12. At 12 o'clock you should be ready with your final problem, final solution.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Got it? Okay,
Yeah.
anything else you want to ask?
No problem.
No.
All right, sir.
And at the end, we have to give only one solution, right?
Yes,
Or like multiple. Okay, fine.
yes.
Okay,
Okay, all the
thank you.
So what basically मैं जो बोल रही हूँ कि जो ऐप है it will suggest कि nearby healthy food कहाँ कहाँ पे they have the businesses, like अगर if they have a
Hi guys.
डब्बा वाला or something near you, and
Sorry
it will
to
also
interrupt. Can you guys hear me?
yes
Yes.
yes.
Hi. Can you please help me with switching on your cameras? I just need to know which group is this, and I'll just try to recollect what problem statement you had yesterday. Oh, thank you everyone. All right. Okay, so ये food वाला group है, right? Healthy food and healthy food. I think you guys already had the persona in place. कि student living in PG, student living at home, right? Amazing, amazing. So I believe you have a clear एक second. Yeah, you have a clear problem statement in front of you, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes sir.
Correct. So what you have to do, what I'll recommend you right now, take that problem statement, think over the solutions individually. Okay, like Ishita, you think over it, you note down your solutions, whatever you can think. Okay, note down on a pen or paper. Similarly, Kunal, even you just note down all the solutions that you can think of individually. Okay, it's 11:22 up to 11:40. Each one of you will think of solutions individually. After 11:40, just put your solutions in front of everyone. Okay, then all of you just one by one, collectively just go through all the solutions. Okay, and think okay, which solution can be a better one. Just vote the solutions. Okay, for example, this solution number 1 given by Ishita, so all of you can give ratings to it. Okay, if let's say Kunal can give 5 star, Shivani can give 2 stars, or whatever you feel. and whichever solution gets the higher number of stars or higher number of rating, you can collectively brainstorm on that solution and then figure out whether to go ahead with this or not. Okay, that is after 11:40, and by 12 o'clock you should be ready with your one solution. Got it? All clear? Any doubts?
No, sir.
All right, go ahead. All the best. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nilesh, Shivam. Thank you. Thank you, Rahul. Okay. So, what's your problem statement?
How to make online teaching better experience, improving मतलब online teaching को improve करना.
Just help me with your solution, please. I need it like anything.
Karan.
Okay. Whatever solution you have. Anyways, so what I was going to suggest you is that you have your problem statement in front of you. What you have to do is take the problem statement individually, okay, without discussing with each other. Individually think over it. You know how what all solutions you can have. Don't discuss with each other. Just think of all the solutions. Note down in front of you. Like for example, Nilesh is there, right? So Nilesh, what you have to do? Think of the problem statement. Think of the solutions and note down on a pen and a paper with you. Okay, and everyone has to do it. Now at after 20 minutes at 11:40, just give me 1 second. So what's your problem statement?
Online lecture. Sir, how we can improve it?
Acha, I've already interacted with you. Okay. I thought I have joined some other room. Sorry. Continue.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
तो फिर वो कर सकता है।
So, any doubts so far? Any problems? Anything that you have to ask me?
Not really.
Okay, no problem.
सोचे thoughts and all.
Continue. Just keep a watch on time. It's already 11:37. In
Yes,
next,
sir.
see to it that
Yeah.
you share your ideas with each other, right? And if you want, you can use Miro or anything or any board or any whiteboard that you're used to with, and just share your ideas.
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay.
Right?
Thanks
Okay.
for the idea.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
हेलो सर.
All good.
यस सर, हम लोग व्हाट्सएप पे चैट करके जिसको जो सोल्यूशन आ रहा है ना वो अपेंड करते जा रहे हैं. इंडिविजुअली भी कर रहे हैं और बाकी जिसको अच्छे सोल्यूशन आ रहा है व्हाट्सएप पे अपेंड कर रहे हैं.
ओके, ठीक है. कुछ पूछना है वगैरह, कुछ डाउट्स? Nothing.
नो सर.
It's already 11:39, so in next 1 or 2 minutes, see to it that you share your ideas with each other and you start brainstorming over them. Okay?
ओके सर.
All right. So it's 11:40 now. By 12 o'clock, everyone should be ready with their solution, right?
Yes.
All right. So, ma'am, you are suggesting them to what? Put it on a whiteboard.
I mean, they can use a platform like one of my groups, one of the group one. I suggested them to do this. See, can you see this, sir? Whiteboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody these are the possible solutions that they had posted, and over these they can brainstorm. So it was just a visual medium for everyone to put their ideas, something like that.
Okay, ma'am, is it anyways possible on this whiteboard that someone can rate it or somewhat like that?
I think the editing, the only issue here is those who are using laptop can edit more of this whiteboard. those who are using mobile phones ना उनके लिए थोड़ा सही है तो जिनके पास लैपटॉप है they can take the recommendation and do the needful.
Yeah, even that is okay. Even that is okay. Otherwise, what we can do,
हाँ
in front of the idea, na, can put a bracket and everyone can put their ratings out of five, like 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, whatever they want to give, and the average rating of all, if they can manually calculate and put it in front of it, and then they can decide which idea to go ahead with.
right. I think somebody has shared one. हाँ हर्ष ने किया है. Harsh, so you are able to edit it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you
I thought
can
so.
copy. I mean, you can type those ideas, whatever everyone is saying, and chat में भी आप लोग की ideas लिख सकते हो.
Okay,
जैसे
ma'am.
सर को आप रेटिंग दे सकते हो, है ना सर?
Yes, 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 absolutely. See, make it as per your convenience. The
Yeah.
only idea is that whatever ideas you are noting down, you should be collectively able to brainstorm over them. Okay, and then decide which idea we should be going ahead with. Got it?
Yeah.
Right. So there are list of ideas, and they have to rate कि ये अच्छा है, and we can go ahead with this, right?
Correct, correct. और जिस भी आइडिया को ज्यादा रेटिंग मिले, रेटिंग एक वो हाईएस्ट रेटिंग वाला आइडिया यू ब्रेनस्टॉर्म टुगेदर कि हाउ इज इट फिजिबल और हाउ कैन वी गो अहेड विद दिस एंड हाउ इज गोइंग टू हेल्प और हाउ इज इट गोइंग टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम.
Right. So why I was suggesting a whiteboard, sir? Because if you will tell them to present in the meeting, so they can have something visually to
Yeah, great. Why
present,
not?
है ना?
Why not? If it's
Yeah.
convenient for them, no problems at all.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, students. So I think I'll leave from this breakout room. और कोई
Switch on your camera for a while, just switch on your camera and unmute your mic for some time. All right. So, what's your problem statement? How can we improve our canteen? Canteen what? Canteen experience, I guess, right?
Yes, yes.
Canteen experience for students and professors, I believe. And what was the problems that you have defined yesterday? Can someone unmute and speak?
Canteen becomes crowded in the peak time.
Okay. No, but what was the statement that you have defined yesterday?
How can we manage crowd at the peak time in canteen?
Can we improve our canteen experience for students?
I think I missed out someone. Can someone just speak the statement again?
How can we manage crowd at the peak time in canteen?
Okay, good. So how is it going? Have you come out with any solutions? I can see there are a lot of things.
Actually, sir, we are listing the solutions, and on the basis of that, we can just conclude the one solution for this.
So you have just last 10 minutes to come out with the final solution. So what I can recommend you now is that just collectively brainstorm over all the solutions that you have so far noted down, and just come out with one solution. Think of just go through them all, discuss amongst yourself that what can be the solutions. You can go ahead, just one solution, and just finalize it. Okay, you have 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. Any doubts so far?
No, sir.
All right. All right.
रिटायरमेंट प्लान बनाना चाहिए वैसा
हाँ
बिल बनानी चाहिए मरने के बाद किसी को पैसा देना
वही
चाहिए
वही सब सारे
हाँ
सजेशन
ये
ये
सारे
हम लोग ना
सजेशन ये अच्छा है, ये भी
में
अच्छा
लिख
है।
दे सजेशन
हाँ
टैक्स
ब्रैकेट में
कैसे बचा सकते हैं वो सब भी
रिटायरमेंट
डाल
प्लान
सकते हैं
इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान
इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान लाइक
ब्रैकेट
उसमें
में
वो
लिख दे
गोल्ड एंड ऑल का
इन्वेस्टमेंट
था
प्लान
याद है,
रिटायरमेंट प्लान
गोल्ड में इन्वेस्ट करो।
इंश्योरेंस
हाँ
इंश्योरेंस
इंश्योरेंस
भी
लिख दिया
लिख
मैंने,
दे
लोन्स लिख दिया, इन्वेस्टमेंट लिख दिया, रिटायरमेंट प्लान लिख दिया। फिर और क्या बोला था? रिटायरमेंट प्लान और ओके
table or something. I was just trying out, but I don't know यहाँ पे table बनना possible है क्या नहीं.
टेबल यानी हाँ मतलब एक देखो
वो थोड़ा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है मैम, बिकॉज देयर इज नो डायरेक्ट ऑप्शन ऑफ दिस, सो आई वुड रिकमेंड कि 1 2 3 4 ऐसे आइडिया डालते जाओ, क्योंकि किसको
चलेगा
ना भी वो मैटर नहीं करता, द आइडिया मैटर्स राइट. सो 1 2 3 4 का
चलेगा
just put down your solutions and just start giving a ratings to them.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है.
हाँ हाँ चलेगा.
All right.
I think
Technically
they are doing the same है ना.
yeah, so technically you just have 5 minutes, so just be a little quick.
आप लोग बाकी के लोग चैट में लिख सकते हो, तो you know it will be easy for her to copy paste from the chat rather than typing. टेबल बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है फिर बेटा. आई थिंक फिर जैसे सर ने कहा टेबल विल बी टाइम कंज्यूमिंग.
I'm trying to delete it.
हाँ हाँ हाँ
Okay.
हाँ देखो ये चैट में आ रहा है ना, यू कैन मेंशन दैट.
No, ma'am, it is not possible to paste actually, I think.
ओके ओके ओके
I've been
ठीक है
trying to
ठीक है,
paste.
देखो 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 तुम्हारे हिसाब से देखो तुम.
Yeah.
चलो
Guys, let's use sticky notes. There is an option of using sticky notes.
Okay.
सी इट इज डिजाइन थिंकिंग ना, तो आप कैसे इनोवेटली आइडियाज कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हो. मीरो बोर्ड है, देयर इज सो मेनी थिंग्स है ना.
यस
क्योंकि आपको शायद प्रेजेंट भी करना होगा, तो आप कैसे करोगे है ना. तो कुछ विजुअली दिखे हमको अच्छा तो.
Chevy, I will adjust the size. You just paste it and write, okay?
Okay, okay.
Cool.
वैसे भी कल तुम लोग थोड़ा लीड में थे ना.
Yes, no.
चलो चलो ठीक है, चलो कंटिन्यू.
Ishita, can you dictate because I cannot paste on this.
Okay. I'll dictate. So the basic solution was an app that suggests.
It
Hey,
went.
Oh my god.
वो मैम का था ना इसके लिए.
अच्छा.
मैं
Look,
open
मैं start
करूँ.
करती हूँ.
Okay, Sherry, तू start.
All participants can edit. Okay. Right. I will just make this 100% close.
In progress.
तेरा वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रहा.
वॉइस क्लियर नहीं था. आप मुझसे बात कर रहे हो?
नहीं सर, मैं ग्रुप में बोल रहा था कि दो लोग का सोल्यूशन मर्ज करने के लिए, वो दोनों का अच्छा है सर.
Okay, fine. So you just have last 2-3 minutes left with you. See to it कि आप they're ready with your final solution.
Yes sir, we are ready.
Okay, good. This is group number 3, right?
Yes sir.
Good work.
Thank you sir.
Yeah, continue.
Progress.
इतनी वर्ष बोले तो वही. सबका आइडिया मिला के एक आइडिया बनाते हैं, मैं तो बोलती हूँ। सब खुश।
कैसे मिले? हाँ, ऐसा बोल सकते हैं, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बनाएंगे, उसमें कांस्टेंट अपन मोटिवेशन पुट करेंगे ना।
WhatsApp group
ए
like
भाई
Discord is better.
तू बनाने का छोड़ पहले तो तू, ठीक है? व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप लेफ्ट कर देंगे सब एक ही बार में।
नहीं करेंगे रे, ऐसे क्यों करेंगे? ज्वाइन ही क्यों करेंगे ना, नहीं तो अगर लेफ्ट ही करना
मेरे
है।
पास एक आइडिया है, सुनो ना।
हाँ बोलो।
Yes.
अगर समझो किसी का अगर स्क्रीन टाइमिंग लेस देन 5 आवर्स या फिर 3 आवर्स होता है, then उसको एक वाउचर ऐसे रिवॉर्ड समथिंग कुछ, बिकॉज ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग बहुत होती है।
Yes, correct.
कूपन्स
ये
मतलब
अच्छा
ना।
आइडिया है।
हाँ दे
तो
सकते हैं।
like वो टारगेट रख
देगा
सकते
कौन?
कि मेरे को
देगा
4
कौन?
hours 5 hours.
हाँ
बट ऐसा
Obviously
जरूरी
देते
नहीं है ना। तुम लोग ही बोले थे
collaborations रख सकते.
कि आईटी वाले तो पूरा फोन पे ही रहेंगे, तो ऐसा 5
तो
आवर्स
कूपन
तो
ही नहीं
उनका
मिलेगा
होगा
भाई।
ही नहीं।
नहीं
वही
नहीं, ठीक है,
तो ऐसा रख सकते हैं।
जो आईटी वाले काम कर रहे हैं उनको वाउचर्स के पीछे नहीं जाना है, अपना चुपचाप काम करना है ना, वो क्यों
नहीं
भागे
नहीं,
जाएंगे।
ऐसा कर सकते हैं ना कि
स्क्रीन टाइम
मतलब
जो
पहले।
लोग ऐसे ही नाम के लिए स्क्रॉल करते हैं,
हाँ हाँ।
तो उन लोग के लिए ये
अच्छा।
चीज अच्छा है. और जो प्रोडक्टिविटी में यूज करते हैं उनको तो है नॉलेज कि हाँ ये
Hi
सब चीज
guys,
वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम है.
sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. I was just going through your conversations and they're amazing. बहुत अच्छे अच्छे आइडिया.
हाँ।
I mean वो वाउचर वाले आइडिया किसकी थी?
सर वो गिफ्ट
हाँ.
we are giving away giveaways to all the users if they are limiting the screen time to particular hours, like 5 hours. If they are using 5 hours, so we will be giving them vouchers.
So do you know what this what this solution is called? Giving away vouchers or giving away some rewards or something.
गिव अवे।
No.
Okay. That's the name. I'll come to that. See, basically,
Giveaways it.
it's a very common human psychology or a very common human behavior that if you reward someone for something, they will be encouraged to do that. Okay, and the thought, even though your idea is good, but it doesn't matter. But your thought process behind that was amazing. I was just, I just came into the group. I was speaking something, no one heard me, but you were talking. You were discussing the ideas and I was hearing that. That was really amazing. Okay, so always remember this: if you want to get something done, reward them with something. Okay, and that will always help you. For example,
Yes, sir. The same thing goes
this is
in the
for screen
startups
timing, right?
also.
Sorry.
Just like if a new application is being started, so they give the users some particular amount of
Correct.
gift, so that user interaction also increases on the application and also trafficking.
Correct. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Right. So good. Very good.
Sir, just how Geo did in the start, like they were giving free
Everything
SIM.
free of cost.
Yeah.
But remember one thing. See, rewards don't come free of cost, right? I'll be coming so that is the last part of our session that I'll be covering today. Creating a business model for your solutions. Just remember that whenever you are creating a solution, see to it that there is a cost involved in it. अभी के लिए नहीं सोचा तो भी चलेगा. I'm just giving you some extra information कि whenever you are giving a reward, that reward has a cost to a company. And whenever you give a reward, think of it, if today you are rewarding that customer, tomorrow that customer stays with you and you make some business out of it. What my point? जैसे for example जियो में तुम लोगों ने कहा कि स्टार्टिंग में it give everything for free. ठीक है? So with that they were able to attract a lot of users with them. And after a year or so, they started charging them. So now I think most of the people were in Jio, and now imagine more than 1 million people paying 400 rupees every year. Oh, sorry, every month. Okay, so think the kind of revenue that they were making from the previous investments that they have made, right? So यही होता है. अभी जैसे आप बोल रहे हो कि आप reward दोगे, it's okay, but how will you make business out of that reward is the point. But don't get diverted with that. Whatever you're doing, your thought process is amazing and I really appreciate this. Okay, you're going
So
the
through
right.
collaborations.
या करेक्ट whatever. जैसे आपने गिफ्ट वाउचर का कहा, राइट? अमेजोन का जैसे तो आपने गिफ्ट वाउचर का बोला, सो यू हैव टू देन कोलैबोरेट विद अमेजोन एंड यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट यू गेट मनी फ्रॉम समवेयर, एटलीस्ट फ्रॉम यूजर और फ्रॉम अमेजोन.
Yes, sir.
Right? Good. So it's already 12. In next 4-5 minutes, we'll discuss all your final solution.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is group number 2, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. All the best. Continue.
तो ठीक है, वर्क करते हैं फिर
का
देन।
पॉइंट भी ऐड कर दो ना स्क्रीन पे।
वेदांत,
हाँ।
अरे ये वाला सॉल्यूशन ऐड करूँ क्या? ये फोन फेंक दो, स्क्रीन टाइम गया।
किसने डाला है ये?
एक्सक्यूज मी, रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन है।
शिवांगी तुम्हारा चैट में लिख दो सोल्यूशन, तो
हाँ हाँ,
ही विल ऐड।
कॉपी पेस्ट हो जाएगा। हाँ,
where you can order your food the
Recording in progress.
beforehand. Before you come to the so when you come to the canteen, your order is already slotted in a queue. So you can just take your order according to your number, according to your order number, and just get to get your place. So there is no a crowd created there.
Okay. Who was speaking? I missed out. Can you switch on the camera? It's really difficult for interact. If it's
Yes,
possible.
sir.
Okay, it was Priya, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Priya, that is a brilliant idea because I believe ordering it online will definitely reduce load of the canteen person who is, continuously billing and everything. But may I know, have you tried to figure out what was the exact reason to get for the canteen to get crowded?
So, sir, it's actually
Uh,
basically lunchtime is same for all the branches, and sometimes it's same for the teachers, so professors. So basically, the main reason was same lunchtime.
Okay.
And the architecture, the front building of architecture college has and our engineering college has same canteen. So that's one of the reasons.
So that the idea is really good. I liked it. But again, what will happen? This is what I think. The idea is good. I really appreciate it. Again, what will happen even if you order the food online? There is a possibility that lot of orders might come at the same time. The canteen staff, I'm not sure how much they will be able to manage it. And as soon as the lunchtime happens, again the same crowd will come at the same time, and they will wait for the orders to come. Right. So the crowding part, I'm not sure how much it has been taken care of. One idea what I can give you is, can you split the canteen area in small parts? So this is what I just to again give you an analogy. This is what used to happen in our school. Like back in my school, what they used to do to solve this problem, the canteen guy, okay, it was a very small canteen, so definitely there was a problem in accommodating the entire crowd. So what he used to do in the every section of the school, okay, he used to open the counter. Now definitely he just had what we say one food. I mean, he either had a vada pav, samosa pav, or 2-3 things more. So he was able to open the food counter at different sections of the school, and according to the students used to get distributed. So in your idea, what I can just recommend one small thing is that you order food online. It's okay, but can you ask your canteen guy to have different counters at the different section of college? Okay, just to distribute the food, because there he do not have to prepare the food; he has to just distribute it. And since he already have received the orders online, okay, you can allot or distribution center. Let's say there are 4 distribution centers, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So can you allot a distribution center number with the order? Let's say if I have placed an order on the application, after placing the order, I'll get a number. Okay, I have to pick up my order from distribution center 1, which is at the some other end of the at one part of the college. So instead of going to the canteen, I'll go to the distribution center. I'll pick up my food, and then if I want, I can get back to the sitting area and have my food. Should that be okay?
Yes, sir. That's
Yes, sir.
definitely a good
Yes,
idea.
that's a good solution actually. That's a
Yeah.
very much better solution.
Wouldn't their issue be with rate of production of food? That's this is who Vimarsh, right? If I'm pronouncing your name right, Vimarsh.
Nishant sir, sorry to interrupt you. So
Yeah.
it's 12 o'clock, more than 12 o'clock. So are the students supposed to come to the main room now, or they should continue?
Ma'am, can I get some time, because I was just individually interacting with all the groups. They have come out with a solution. They have finalized them. I'm just helping them with a few things.
So when are they supposed to move to the main group?
Okay, we'll do one thing. Let's them move to the main room now. I'll again start interacting with them.
Yes, that will be better.
Okay. So, ma'am, where do I need to join the main room? I mean, how do we join it?
You have to just everyone now, please get go out of the leave the breakout rooms.
Yeah, I guess there's an option to close all room.
But but make sure that your whatever you have written is you are exporting that. Save this. Save. एक मिनट रुक जाओ there. सेव किया आप लोगों ने एक्सपोर्ट किया?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes,
but
yes.
if we close it here, all the rooms will be closed, and I'm not sure if the content has been saved by everyone.
That's what I'm saying. So if you've saved your content, just leave the room. Don't remove the breakout rooms.
Correct.
There, ठीक है? We'll request the two participants to leave the breakout room, so they will immediately be joining the. Automatically, they'll be joining.
Ma'am, there's just one suggestion, if it's possible. Now, room number 7 is totally empty. There's no participant in that.
I know. 6 and 7.
Correct. So, is it possible for everyone to join room number 7, and then accordingly they can reaccommodate in their rooms?
Sir, I think it would be better if we, get into the main rooms and see
No
how many
problem.
participants are left.
No problem. No problem. No problem.
Chalega na? So
Yeah, yeah.
everyone now leave, save your content and leave the breakout room, and we'll join the main group now. ठीक है? Save the content, join the main room. Yes.
like everyone is here, right? Out of the breakout rooms.
Yes, sir. We'll be closing the breakout rooms in 40 seconds.
All right. Let me know once done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I've been through your brainstorming you have done, I was also got a chance to silently listen to a few brainstorming, and you guys are really doing good. I guess there was a group who was working on the canteen, right? Healthy food for canteen. Yeah, really a good suggestion that you guys have given for the group who was working on screen time, the reward program that you were planning. That was a really good idea. I really appreciate, and every one of you. I mean, yeah, I really appreciate your ideas, the thought process that you have been putting. Really nice. So now coming to the next part. Okay, let me just share my screen. That's it. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, just a second. Yeah, correct. Visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So ideation, yes, we are done with it. Coming to the next part, okay, prototyping. Now, prototyping, as I said, it's where whatever solution you have created, okay, you have to make it real. Like for example, if you can see the left part of my bottom left part of my screen, there is a if your solution is a as an application or something, as in case of the canteen where you are trying to reduce the crowd in the canteen, you guys have come with a application, right? So in your case, what you have to do, you have to create the wireframes, as in, you do not have to code the entire application. You just have to draw the screens of how the page one of the application will look, how the page two will look, how the page three will look. And this, the intention of this is just to show a user that, okay, this is how it is going to be, and this is how the user journey on the application is going to be to solve the problem. Okay, show that problem or show that solution to the user, okay, and ask him to go through it and see to it if he's stuck somewhere, and why is he stuck, or how can you improve it. Okay, personally, when you start making the prototype, I'll join your group, I'll tell you, I'll help you how to make it. It's very easy, nothing to worry about. There are certain applications available in the Play Store, which can help you. Okay, I'll tell you right now. So all the groups who are going to design the application, or who have designed thought of an mobile application as a solution, you can download this app from Play Store called as Marvel. I'll just show my screen over here. Yeah, just type on the Play Store Marvel app, and this is what you will see. Are you able to see my mobile phone screen?
So can you mention in the chat?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Marvel design and build apps. Okay, 1 second. How do I open the chat? Okay, here it is. Marvel design and build apps. It's a white color square with a blue color, and in blue color they have written Marvel in it. Are you able to see my mobile screen by any chance? I've put in the chat, but in case if you are able to see my screen, this is how it looks,
Yes, yes, we can.
right? Okay, so whoever is working on the application can download this app and they can continue. I mean, they can create the prototype. I'll teach you how to do it. Not an issue. Okay. Coming to the next, if there is something physical that you have designed or something, then at the bottom right you can see, you can just use cardboards, you can use anything around you, and you can build that prototype. Okay. See to it that you don't put. I mean, functionally the prototype should work as a solution. Aesthetically, it's not necessary. It should work that way. मतलब, we are Indians. जुगाड़ मारने में अपन एक नंबर है. So जुगाड़ मारो और बनाओ अपना सोल्यूशन. ठीक है, कुछ भी थोड़ा सा करके जुगाड़ बना लगाओ, पूरा जुगाड़ और सॉल्यूशन बनाओ. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, यू ऑल मस्ट बी नोइंग अबाउट द वीआर ग्लासेस, राइट? द वीआर थिंग्स दैट वी यूज. So if you see in the bottom right, this is the prototype of a VR. Okay, so if you have seen, there's a cardboard box, there are some glass kind of thing that they have fitted in the eyepiece, and then there is a slot to put a mobile phone. Okay, aesthetically, the actual VR set wouldn't look like this, but it would function like what you are seeing right now. Okay, so that is what it means to make a prototype. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can we start making the prototypes?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I think you can go back to your rooms. Okay, and you can start working on your prototypes. Any doubts, anyone? You can put it on.
Sir, there's one more question in the chat. Whether can we use Figma or Canva?
I mean, if you can use
Applications
Figma
like
or Canva, nothing like that. I'm surprised you guys know Figma. It's really nice.
So if they want, they can use any application which they are
Yes.
comfortable with.
Yes, you can do anything you want. Marvel was just my suggestion. And I'll tell you why Marvel. So even if you're making it on Figma, well and good, but see to it that you don't spend much of your time on aesthetics, because that's not going to work when it comes to prototype. See to it that you have enough options on the screen that you have designed to make your prototype work. Okay. Even if you're doing it on Figma or Canva, what you can do, just take the screenshot of each of the screen, okay, in sequence, and save it. Because what basically Marvel app will help you, you'll upload those screenshots on this application, and then you can connect those with each other. I believe in Figma as well, you are able to connect the screens. If you know how to do it,
Yes, sir.
that's amazing. Does anyone know that how to prototype in Figma?
Yeah, sir.
I mean, Vedant, it's you, right?
Yeah.
Great, great, great. So if you can create a prototype in Figma as well, nothing like that. Okay.
Sure.
Clear? Okay, I think you can join your groups back and start working on the prototype. So it's 12:30. Can we expect the prototypes by 12? Oh, okay, 1:30. Okay.
Yes.
So by 1:30, see to it that you make your prototypes ready. Okay.
So when can they proceed for lunch break?
Is 1:30 okay? Or else what we can do, you can continue with your prototyping, take a break from
Sir, by 2.
Sorry?
By 2, can we get our prototypes ready?
Okay, but what I was recommending, you can start your prototypes right now. You can take a lunch break from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. After your lunch, you can continue the prototyping, and by 2:30 we can catch up again.
Sure, sir.
At work?
Works, sir.
Ma'am, Apeksha ma'am?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Works, right?
Also, there's one more question in the chat.
Okay.
What about the students if their solutions are not software based?
Okay, then if you have a solution which is a, which you can actually make, you can use cardboards, you can use your craft materials to shape it. Or are there any other solutions that you have? You can just speak it out over here so that I can give you solution and everyone should know about it. I think it was Karan Pandey. Yeah, Karan, you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Karan, what is your solution?
So I don't have any solution. I actually had this doubt, so I asked.
Okay. I can give you one more solution. I'll give you one more example today. Yesterday, by inauguration, ma'am told us about the passport seva that was designed by TCS. Does anyone remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So that was something where there was no software as such and there was no hardware as such for which we can make a prototype. Correct?
Yes.
Correct. So in that case, what you do, you actually have to create a mock setup. Okay. For example, I'll tell you, let's say the solution is that the user is carrying a passport. I don't know what the solution was. I'm just giving you a hypothetical example. Assume that if the user is going to check in using a passport. So what you have to do is, and you want a user to hold a passport in hand. What you will have to do is you have to set up a room where you are creating that camera, setting up that cameras, whatever is going to scan you, and you will ask the user to pass by. Okay, so this is not a small prototype, it's a big prototype which will cover the entire room. And uh, as the user passes, the actual functionality should happen. Okay, the gate that you make can be of a cardboard, it can be of pipes, it can be of anything. Okay, but the actual, so the intention over here is that as the user is passing with all his luggage and all his things carried in his hand, he should be able, the camera should be able to scan him. Right. Rahul, you are saying something? Rahul Ravindra? Rahul Yadav, I guess. No? Okay. So clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Any more questions regarding prototype?
No.
Okay. So I believe everyone is ready to start. If everyone is ready to start with the prototype, you can start joining your rooms with respective group and you can start creating the prototypes. We'll start our lunch break at 1 and at 2:30 we will meet back with the prototypes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, then start. ठीक है, ऐसा करते करते and maybe at the bottom you can add a sign in button. Okay, so ऐसा करके you can make ऐसे multiple screens, you can give name over here. I'll just for a demo I'll show you one of the wireframes that I have prepared for my कहाँ गया? Just a second. Is my screen visible? Hello?
Sir, I think it's frozen.
It's frozen. Okay, let me just resume share. Now,
Yes.
what can you see on my screen? Can you see something like FingPay over here?
No, I cannot.
Okay, I'll just share again. I just want to show you the wireframes that I have created for my work. Okay, now it's visible.
Yes, yes, it is.
FingPay wallets powered by ICICI Bank.
Yes.
Right. So basically, this is what a wireframe is. Now I have created the screen. Okay, this is the sign up process of my application, and these are the sign up screens that I've created. Like when I click on the application, this is the first screen that will appear, which will say welcome to FingPay. Please select a language, and there's a language options I have given over here. I have to select. I have to click on proceed. Okay, so this is first screen. Okay, after selecting the language and clicking on proceed, you will be shown the second screen which says sign in. Welcome to the digital journey to seamlessly manage your finances. Here I'm asking the user to enter the mobile number, and again there is a sign in button over here. Right after sign in, I'll take them to the next screen where I'll ask them to enter the OTP and click on verify, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is how you have to create the screens. Got my point?
Yes.
Okay, now there can be multiple features in your application, and aesthetically it can look very different. But even if you see, my application doesn't look like this. Okay, but just I have created the wireframes. Is what you basically just create the borders of what you actually want to make. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
and it's
sir.
not necessary you make it on PowerPoint. You can use your pen and paper as well. Okay, just draw a simple sketch on your paper, on a rough paper, and then you can take a photo of it. I'll just give you an example. I'll stop sharing. This is clear to you, right?